Bonjour tout le monde and welcome back to French Crawl. I'm Quan. Welcome to the Paris 2024 opening ceremony tour of the Seine. Today we're going to be taking the same route as the athletes are for the opening ceremony. We'll have a full map of the entire route sitting on the upper right corner so you can see progress. And then a map that's a bit closer to see current position and landmarks, places of interest on the bottom left corner here. So on July 26th, the opening ceremony for the Paris Olympics are going to take place here in the Seine. Over 10,000 athletes, representing 205 delegations, are going to be joining on a huge boat parade, traveling along the Seine. It's going to be a 6-kilometer route from Pont d'Austerlitz to Pont d'Iéna. And there's going to be over 300,000 spectators along the Seine, which is down from the original 600,000 they had planned for due to security reasons. But should be a great show. Up ahead here on the right side, we've got Bercy Arena. It's going to be home for gymnastics and the basketball finals. Most of basketball is going to be played in Lille, which is about an hour train ride from Paris. I think it's Lille or Lille. I always get my L's mixed up. Coming up here on the left side, we've got Gare d'Austerlitz. This is where all the athletes are going to be getting ready to get on the boats to take off from the bridge here, which is Pont d'Austerlitz, which would be the start of the ceremony. I'm gonna pop up here from time to time and try not to take up too much valuable real estate, but glad that you're here, and I'll be pointing out some things along the way. Up first here on the left side, we've got the Jardin des Plantes. It's Paris's oldest botanical garden here in the 5th arrondissement, which is the Latin Quarter. And then coming up here on the right side, we've got Place de la Bastille. This is kind of where the start of the French Revolution happened, as people stormed a former prison and military fortress. We're traveling here from east to west on the Seine, so on the right side is the rive droite, which is the right bank. The word droite has an R in it, which kind of helps me remember right. Up ahead here, we've got Île Saint-Louis, which is one of 2 natural islands here in the Seine in Paris. It's also home to the original OG ice cream shop Bertillon, which is delicious. They've got lots of locations down around the city. And up ahead here on the left, we've got that dome building, that's Panthéon, which is on the rive gauche, on the left bank. Panthéon is a pretty amazing building, it has tombs of kind of a who's who of France's history, from Voltaire to Victor Hugo, Madame Curie. And up ahead is Île de la Cité, which is where Paris started. It's home to Notre, which is still under renovation. They're hoping to finish by the end of the year. You know, President Macron had wanted it to be ready for the Olympic Games, but that wasn't going to be possible. I'd actually listened to Duolingo French's podcast. They had an episode about the clocksmith at Notre Dame, and it's one of the most amazing stories. It's pretty bananas. I don't want to spoil it, but take a listen if you can. It's episode 85. Up ahead here is Hôtel de Ville, where the marathon's going to start. This is City Hall, and out in the background there, that's the Pompidou Center, home of a huge library and also the biggest modern art museum in Europe. Swinging around here to, we're going to see Sainte-Chapelle, which is a beautiful Gothic-style chapel. Amazing stained glass windows, originally built to house Christ's crown of thorns and a piece of the cross. Coming up here is Pont Neuf. This is the oldest bridge in Paris, and it's also the first one to span the entire Seine. And the artist Christo and Jean-Claude wrapped it back in the 80s. Off in the distance, you'll see Jardin de Luxembourg and Montparnasse Tower, which is every Parisian's favorite piece of architecture. Here is Pont des Arts, the footbridge that takes you over to the Louvre. But really funny, Montparnasse Tower. People say it has the most beautiful view of Paris because when you're in it, you don't actually get to see the tower. It's the only skyscraper here in Paris. Swinging back around, we've got the Pyramid of the Louvre, which is where the entrance for the museum is, and off in the distance is Palais Royal. The pyramid was designed by the famed Chinese-American architect I.M. Pei. It's the only art entrance that is also a piece of art. And at the time, like most great pieces of work, it was pretty controversial. Over here, we've got the former train station, turned museum, Musée d'Orsay. It's home to the biggest collection of Impressionism and Post-Impressionism in the world. Coming back on the left here, we've got Jardin de Tuileries, beautiful gardens, and then we'll see the Musée de l'Orangerie, which is home to Monet's panoramics, Palais Garnier, which is Opera House, and Sacré-Cœur on Montmartre. And then here we've got Place de la Concorde, home to the new event, debuting, breaking, along with skateboarding, cycling, and 3-on-3 basketball coming back. And then coming up here on the right side, we've got Grand Palais, which is the big exhibition hall. And it's gonna be home to fencing and taekwondo. And they spent like $500 million renovating it. Up ahead is the bridge, Pont Alexander III, which is gonna be where aquatics, the marathon swimming, triathlon, and cycling is gonna take place. Not sure if bacteria levels are gonna be good enough for swimming, but we'll see. And then here's Invalides, which is on the Esplanade. We're gonna have archery, the marathon finish, and cycling are gonna take place there. Invalides is where the Hospital for Disabled Soldiers was founded. It's also home to Napoleon's tomb, a lot of army museums, and also where the rioters got weapons to storm the Bastille on the same day. Moving along here on the Seine, on the right side off in the distance, you'll see the Arc de Triomphe on the map. And if you like doing runs, I would highly recommend the 20-kilometer half marathon here in Paris. It starts over by the Eiffel Tower. I had a lot of fun doing it years ago. And up ahead is going to be the end point, Point Diana. This is where the athletes are going to disembark. And on the left here, we've got Eiffel Tower Stadium, where beach volleyball is going to be, and the Championnat Arena, where judo and wrestling are going to take place. No ocean or beach here in Paris, but Eiffel Tower, not a bad view. Not too shabs for watching some volleyball. And swinging back here on the right is Trocadéro, which is where the opening ceremony is going to take place. It's going to be an amazing backdrop for the event. It's going to probably look amazing on TV. Appreciate everyone joining along for the ride. I think the athletes are going to have a great time seeing all the sights on their way. If you're traveling in for the games, have a great time, great trip. Maybe I'll see you there. Until next time, take care. A bientôt. See you soon.